Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Well, it's the sixth day running when we are seeing some green on the screen. 25,200 was seen on an intraday levels as far as the Nifty is concerned. The Nifty is hovering at an 8-month high as well. When we look at beyond the surface also, there are several pockets that are supporting the sentiments. IT stocks have sprung up in trade today. Over a percent gains can be seen from this heavyweight pack. You've been seeing the oil and gas story up strong right from the morning trade as well. Among other sectors that are holding up, you have pharma stocks, autos, infra and realty that are also holding up into the green. But barring the fact that these are the sectors that are up, the rest of them have actually slipped in trade. This is despite the India VIX also declining by 2.8%. So you have PSU banks, FMCG, broader markets for a change after a long time have now slipped and are underperforming the frontline index, the Nifty at this point in time. Both the mid and the small caps have slipped into the red. The Nifty bank is down in trade, private banks, financial services, PSU banks, all three constituents down in the trade. You have metals that are down, consumer durables also testing the lows at this point in time. When we look at the key stocks then, IT stocks, HCL Tech, the top mover, Infosys, Wipro, Tech, Mahindra, all 5 stocks when we talk about the top movers, are among them 4 of them are from the IT pack. The 5th one is oil and natural gas, ONGC, and that's also rallying on the back of the support coming in from the crude oil prices. On the lower end, Shriram Finance, Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, BEL, Power Grid, these are the stocks that are down by over a percent in trade. What's happening in the F&O space? You have names like Oil India, BPCL, Biocon that's up and about in trade. On the downside, IEX 7.5% down. United Spirits, after the Maharashtra liquor hike of the excise duty that we've seen, is down. You are seeing BDL, BSE as the stocks that are also seeing some crack at this point in time. But let's welcome our guest on board, Mr. Brijesh Ale. He's the head of technicals and derivatives of retail research IDBI Capital Markets, who will be with us shortly. But let's try and pull up some more stocks that we can till the time he joins in. Broader markets, they are in focus right now. Look at the stocks that are in trend right now. VIP Industries is up 11% higher. Remember, we were talking about just last week with our guest Vaishali Parekh, who did talk about the luggage space as something that she's watching out for when we discussed the travel tourism theme that's ongoing in the summer season. VIP Industries is what she marked out today. It's up by 11%. Let's look at the stocks. Moti Sons Jewelers, Landmark Cars, GM Breweries. Remember, from the excise duty hike, the sectors that are the companies that have been left out are the beer makers, the wine makers, and therefore you see GM Breweries that's been hovering higher. Even right now it's 793 odd levels at this point in time. What else is up? Dhani Services, that's up 11%. You also have Bliss GVS Pharma, that's another one that's doing well at this point in time. You have Exicom Telesystems, 12% higher for this one as well. Wockhardt Pharma, 17.6% higher. Strong move on that one. You also have names like Antarctica Limited. You have names like Energy Development Company, GTL Infra. These are some penny stocks. In fact, we can avoid that one. IndSwift Laboratories is another one that's doing well at this point. Let's also look at Ratan India Enterprises, another one that has been also on the move as well. Prabha Energy is another one that's also in focus right now. On the downside, you have stocks like names like IEX. Clearly that's the one that is in pain. Clearly IEX shares 7.5% down in trade. We will try to take an expert view here too, but remember, this is right ahead of the power minister meeting of shareholders on the market coupling news. Remember, over the last 1 or 2 years, whenever the market coupling news has come, there has been a sharp reaction on IEX. It was gradually recovering, and now you can see another sharp 7.5% downtick on this one. Remember, this is the much awaited market coupling of power exchanges that might witness some development, as the government sources have been sharing with the media that Power Minister Manohar Lal may be conducting consultations with stakeholders on the issue to apprise them about the benefits of market coupling. In case market coupling becomes a reality, IEX could be losing some bit of its monopoly, and that's why the stock is actually seeing an impact on this one. Let's actually now go across to our guest, Brijesh Ale, who has joined in now with us. Hi, Brijesh. Warm welcome. Good afternoon. First up, your view on the markets now. 25,200 was seen on an intraday basis. Sixth day of gains for the markets. At least the fourth straight day when we are looking at 25,000 being held on to. What exactly is your suggestion on the markets right now?
Hi, afternoon, Sakshi. So the view on the market is positive because we do believe that sooner or later this resistance level of 25,200 will be taken out, and the range for the Nifty would be 24,800 and 25,500. So we are expecting this range breakout on the higher side. So on the lower side, if 25,000 is seen, which most likely if there is a correction, we might see those levels. The view will be positive. Buy on decline should be the strategy. And this week, or maybe I think we can see 25,500 levels. So we have a positive bias on the market.
Have a positive bias on the markets right now. I was just looking at a few stocks. Let me take your views there, and then we can come back to the sectors that are in buzz and how should the strategies be. IEX is what I was just talking about right before you joined in. The stock has seen a sharp reaction on a downward side. This is in anticipation of the power minister meeting stakeholders on market coupling. Now, we have heard about this news even before. From the last couple of years, IEX has been reeling under pressure just because of anticipation that sooner or later market coupling could become a reality, and if that happens, then there will be it will be a broad bid, not an internal bid, and market coupling will mean aggregation, matching of buying and selling of the bids as well by power exchanges for a uniform price discovery, and that will not really benefit IEX with the kind of monopoly that it has been holding so far. How would you look at this stock, because a lot of retail participation exists in IEX?
Yeah, so I think in the lately there was a good amount of move what we saw in the IEX, and from the level of this 180, 185, we have seen a good upside. Now I think after this ministry thing has come out, there has been a profit booking with the chunk, and the people do understand that this can go back to 180 level, because that is the area from where the stock has started to rally. So it would be a cautious view. My advice would be like if people are stuck, if given an opportunity, if it bounces back to 200 level, it's advisable to take the exit, and then whenever it settles down, we can review it. But on an immediate basis, I think there is a cautious approach.
There is a cautious approach on IEX right now. Let's look at the pharma stocks now. Brijesh, how are you looking at the pharma story unfolding? The index is up, but there are so many stocks that are buzzing today. Look at a Natco Pharma, for instance, an erstwhile favorite in this story, 5% higher now. Biocon is up 4%. You also have names like Gland Pharma, Wockhardt, Ipca Laboratories. So many of these stocks that are actually hovering higher in trade. Would you be betting big on the pharma story again, or do you still feel that there needs to be some more sign that ensures us that this is a rally to sustain?
No, I think there is some strength which is coming in the pharma. So definitely there is a momentum play.
Okay.
The stocks like this Natco Pharma is for the very first time after the very good sideways consolidation, the stock has
Yes.
started to go up. So this move should continue, and the Natco can go back to 1,000 plus level. So definitely there is an opportunity. Same with the Biocon. So Biocon today it has given a very clear cut breakout. So I think this breakout is going to stay. And Biocon also can see the levels of 380 plus levels. So I think the structure is positive, and we should ride this momentum.
Ride this momentum. I hope this has also helped you out. Let's look at the other sectors. IT for instance, that's been a key theme today. It's recovered pretty smartly. We are seeing all the heavyweights participate in the move, be it HCL Tech, Infosys, Tech Mahindra or TCS. You're also looking at the broader market stocks like Infosys moving up, persistent, LTI, Mindtree too. On the retail story, what's the next outlook that you have?
So specifically in the IT, I think the structure for the persistence, HCL Tech and Tech Mahindra. So these are the three bets which we do believe there can be the continuation of the trend can be there. Tech Mahindra can be more of a trading opportunity where we can bet for 5-6% kind of a view. But HCL Tech has given a very strong clear picture from the weekly and to some extent the monthly charts are also quite positive. So there can be a bigger move in the HCL Tech. So and persistent, the move has started. So I think some who's already having a position should ride this momentum. So selected stocks, but yes, IT is looking good on charts.
Okay, got that. The other one is the oil and gas story. I think after a long haul, even this space is buzzing with strong moves and across the board, be it the upstream makers, be it the downstream ones. So IOC, BPCL, HPCL is up. You have ONGC that's up. Even the gas makers like, Gujarat Gas, MGL, they are in focus as well. Is this a move that is here to stay, and what will you be probably throwing your weight behind?
I think OMCs are playing out the role, but then specifically this, I'm not very sure whether this momentum will keep continuing because the directional trend is still to be on a cautious. Specifically, ONGC is something which we are liking, and we have a position in the ONGC, so it looks quite good on chart. So from the current level of this 247, this can go back to 260, 265 levels. So ONGC is something which is picking up strength. So ONGC can be kept on the radar. And besides this, the stock like HPBP and IOC, this can be a more of a trading bet.
Okay, got that, a trading bet there. Let's look at some of the other aspects too that we can spot for all our viewers. Autos is something that's also hovering higher. Let's pull up a few stocks from this basket. Bajaj Auto at 8,724 is up today. You have TVS Motor, Hero, Tata Motors has been slowly and gradually also showing us some up move. M&M is up as well, but the gains are limited here. And at the same time, we are now bracing for another challenge which is at hand, Brijesh, the rare earth minerals crisis that has led to our largest car maker, Maruti Suzuki, roll down or slow down its production for its upcoming electric vehicle e-Vitara. And by by 2/3 they have slashed the targets, the production targets there. They were earlier expected to roll out about 26,000 units of e-Vitara. Now they will roll out only 8,000. They have clearly talked about the rare earth metals crisis and the shortage there. This now is like deja vu. Remember last time around when the two-wheeler space stocks were facing the brunt of the semiconductor shortages, and there was a long haul of consolidation and weakness that we suffered in the auto space. This one is a new crisis that's emerging, and that's likely to hit the EV makers largely, and then probably if the shortage continues, then even the ICE vehicles. How would you look at this development with respect to the auto companies?
I think auto one has to be cautious because specifically the four wheelers there can be some struggle, but then the if you see the structure for the two wheeler space like Bajaj Auto and the Hero Honda, the formation is still looking positive. So that buying can keep continuing in this two wheeler space. Specifically today for the during the morning trade, the TVS motor was something which was looking extremely positive, even though it has come out from the day's high. But I do believe this move can be seen in the TVS motor. So that is one stock which we are picking up at this point. And if the move sustains and this continuation of the trend is there, then this can go back to 2,900 level. So TVS motor can be one stock which can be in a watch list. Secondly, I would like to speak about the Tata Motors. So this is one which is again coming out of the range. So at least maybe another 30-40 points kind of a move can be seen in Tata Motors. So on a specific stock specific trend, TVS Motor and Tata Motors can be watched on.
Okay, fair point. I hope this is also something that all of you have noted down. Realty, there have been some smart moves of late as well. Brijesh, are you looking at beyond the names of, say, a DLF or a macro tech as well in this space? Are you confident of any sectoral move that could continue from here as well?
No, for the realty specific, I think there can be a small leg of profit booking. So
Okay.
we are looking to do some profit booking because the momentum has been very sharp, and even from the technical point of view, the averages are quite spread from the prices. So there is a tendency to have see some profit booking. So I think see that was one of the sector which was outperforming for the last couple of weeks, and now eventually if the market sees some profit booking, then reality will be the first space where the impact will be seen. So we are having a view that one should look to take some profits in this space.
Okay, got that. The biggest weighted space is the banking space. This is the second day in a row when they have seen either some profit booking or they are probably just staying behind the curve at this point in time when it comes to the markets. The Nifty Bank itself is 2/10% lower. All the three constituents are down in trade. Even though there are some remarkable moves despite this overall index-led downtake, you can see a Dhani Services that's up. You can see a 361 WAM, Anand Rathi Wealth, Manappuram Finance. Some of these stocks are still moving up very strongly. But I just wanted to get your overall view on the banking and the finance space. Do you think the kind of rally that they have shown so far, the participation in the recovery of the markets as well, is it done for now, or do you think they still have a lot of steam left?
I think the structure for the banking stocks or maybe for the bank nifty is positive because post the RBI rate cut, there has been
Yes.
a very strong breakout, and this breakout
Yeah.
came from the level of 56,000 mark. So my understanding is that as long as we don't break below 56,000 in the bank nifty, the undertone will remain positive. So for after the breakout in the last 3 days, if you include today's trading session, there has been a slight profit booking. But the validity of that breakout is still there. So for me, technically, as long as 56,000 is not taken down, I will remain positive in the banking space. And eventually, if by any chance, if by tomorrow, or yeah, maybe by today's session, if we see 56,000, then that's an opportunity to take the long bets. Bank Nifty was consolidating in a range, and that range breakout has been triggered, and that range is almost 2,000 points range. So we are looking for close to somewhere 58,000 on the Bank Nifty. So that is the directional view. So I would be looking for the opportunity if the Bank Nifty come close to 56,000 level.
Okay, got that. Taking the next question now with you, and this I wanted to bring in, especially right now it's down, but I wanted to still discuss with you the metal story. How is that one looking to you today? Vedanta, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, and Steel Authority are still up despite the overall index that's down. But what do you think is your focus going to be for the second half of the current calendar year when it comes to metals?
No, I think metals, as you said, there can be some sector rotation which is happening in the metal space, and we are positive on the metals. Like lately, the Hindustan Zinc, Hindustan Copper has moved a lot. So I think even if there is minor profit booking, the long-term view or maybe the outlook remain positive. Specifically coming to the Vedanta and Tata Steel, I think the structure is positive from the level of 467. Vedanta can keep going up to 480, 490 level. So we are positive. JSW Steel is also something which we are liking from the level of 1,000 mark. This can also go to 1100, 1150. This would be more of a directional view, but the structure is extremely positive, and this is one sector which can see some like sector rotation. So metals, there is a strength. Lower level, I think the buyings will kick in. So buy on decline should be the strategy for the metal space.
Okay, fair point. So that's as far as the metal story goes at this point in time. So largely we've discussed both the aspects of the commodities, oil and gas and metals right now. Banks and IT and pharma, auto also out of the way. We've also discussed real estate. What we've not discussed is consumption today. Let's discuss that aspect too. consumer durables on the one side, consumer staples on the other. Brijesh, what are you looking at currently, and where do you think signs of revival are actually coming in? Because these have been spaces where not too much of an enthusiasm has been seen for the last many months. But is it poised to move up? Will it take some more time? What is your thought?
No, I do believe that both the consumer and the FMCG space, both I believe there will be some strong buying because
Okay.
for me the stocks like Dabur, Colgate, and ITC is showing strength. The issue is the time frame would be little longer. That it's still in the conservation phase, and the risk reward ratio is extremely positive in this basket as of now. I expect a good move in the Dabur and this ITC. So there is a good momentum. And even when we speak about the consumer durable, the Voltas and Havels are the two stocks which has come in our buying list. So we have a positive outlook on this. So irrespective of the market behaving, I think this can be the space where the safe bets can be placed and with very nominal risk reward ratio, there's an opportunity in this sectors.
Okay, got that. We were discussing about the metal space. I forgot to ask you about one stock. I wanted to discuss GMDC with you, Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation. Why I wanted to put this out is that the company is engaged in rare earth mining, and this is the discussion that we recently had, that rare earth metals, magnets, that's the one that is creating some crisis, and because of the supply disruptions this stock got into focus. If we pull up the last 1 week 10 days chart, you will find that the stock really had shown some kind of a momentum. On GMDC, do you see that the momentum could continue with China's efforts to disrupt the global supply of rare earth elements? All those Indian companies working on the same could be probably in limelight.
See, I think the strength is there because even after the news, there has been no profit booking or no, we are not seen any selling volume or selling pressure in the stock. So, if I need to understand from the weekly structure, the pattern is quite positive, and this can go back to 450 plus level. So, we are holding long. So, I think one should remain long in this space.
Okay, one should remain long into the trade. That's right now the advice that's being shared. Apart from this, it's 3:21. I think it's the right time to take any BTST, STBT ideas from you, Brijesh, for all our viewers. What would you advise?
So I think Voltas is one stock which
Okay.
I would be taking a bet because the reason why Voltas because at the level of 1300 the competitors have shifted their position from 1300 to 1350. So definitely there is a spread of 50 points. It may take 3 to 4 days, but then Voltas can see a good move. And Ultratech Cement is something which I think can be one of the BTST kind of a setup because it is holding very strong from the level of this 1100, 11,500. We can see some 100 to 150 points kind of a opening kind of a trading bet. So Ultratech Cement and Voltas would be the my kind of a BTST trade.
Okay, got that. So those are the bets that you could definitely keep an eye out on. Brijesh, you would have also been following throughout the course of the day today what's happening in the liquor space with Maharashtra's government's steep hike in excise duty that they have announced. On the one hand, we have players like Allied Blenders, Radico Khaitan, United Spirits that showed a negative reaction because they expect large hit probably because of the volumes that the price hikes could lead to. Volumes hit that the price hikes could lead to. How would you look at such players vis-a-vis the ones that celebrated not being touched with the excise duty hike? Beer makers, wine makers, those are the ones that are still celebrating. Sula Vineyards was 8-9% higher. We had GM breweries, United breweries that don't see any impact and therefore they were up. So how would you go about this story?
Uh, I think this can be a very short-term correction because eventually this can be only because of the news which the prices are reacting. Directionally, the view is positive because the specifically United Spirits, we have a very strong understanding that we understand that this can be back to 1700, 1750 level. So whatever the news is coming, this is coming back to the demand zone. So the level of 1500 1480 is a very strong demand over this price. So it is a buying opportunity. We don't have any negative view as of now. I think gradually, whatever the lows it will come, it will be bought back. And since we have this for 1700 plus view, we will take this as a buying opportunity.
ठीक है. Now we are just 6 minutes away from the day's close, and seems like we are going to be having another positive close, even though the markets are just minutely high, 28 points higher on the Nifty, 25,132 at this point in time. Brijesh, have you already started to devise your strategies when it comes to the June series as of now? How are you placed on that? What would your focus be, and what is the advice that you would want to share with our viewers?
So, as I said, my support level for the index is 25,000, and eventually now it's a very small. So, somebody who would like to take a risk, I would suggest to take the long bets on the Nifty. Try to take the in the money call option, 25,100 strike price. So, that would be not be seeing too much of a decay. And if even there is a even the market open flat, I think this will keep moving. It is the first trading session, in the initial trading session of the day. So it is advisable to go long in the 25,100 call option, purely tomorrow's expiry, and take that opportunity.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also helped all our viewers really understand with the way that they should be proceeding with the same when it comes to the June series. All right, Brijesh, we'll thank you on that note for being with us on the show and helping us with all your insights on the markets right now. What we'll do,
Thank you.
viewers, is we will start wrapping up the trade for all our viewers to understand how the trade went by, what were the key highlights in terms of the sectoral watch, the stocks watch. Of course, we will be playing for you separate chunks of where Brijesh has pointed out his BTST picks and his outline for the series and where he thinks the markets are headed going forward from here. All of that will be important to see. The Sensex right now is at 82,494. It's 102 points higher. Just about a 30-point uptick on the Nifty. It's at 25,132. So we hit 25,200, and thereafter there was some profit booking. We came back up some bit as well. But the broader markets have actually given up some gains from the last couple of sessions that you were consistently seeing the broader markets outperform the Nifty and the Sensex, even the Nifty Bank for that matter. Mid and small caps have seen profit booking today. On the index level, 0.5% decline for the mid caps. Small caps are absolutely flat at this point in time. You can see about a 0.5, 0.6% of a decline there too. So half percent of a decline on that front. But IT came in, as a support and definitely helped a recovery into the markets after we saw that profit booking take place as well. Banks, however, still on the back foot day two when the banks are not really participating. So they are still behind. When we look at the private sector banks, let's pull up, the private banks are down in trade. The stocks which are weak in trade today: IndusInd, HDFC, Axis, Kotak Mahindra, IDFC, yes, all of them down in trade. So I think it's ICICI and that's bucking the trend there. But mid and small caps, let's look at the aspects there too. On the weakening side, or as far as the mid caps are concerned, BSE. Remember, it was up and about for the last many sessions. After the bonus split, there was a one-way up move on BSE shares. Today, there's been some profit booking, 4.4% down in trade, 2870. We had even seen levels of upwards of 3,000, 3,100 odd levels that we saw on the stock, 3,000 plus levels that we had seen. BDL is down in trade. Again, the defense names that were hovering higher, seeing some profits being taken off. You also have Cochin Shipyard that's down, Premier Energies, Mazagon Dock. So the defense names are seeing some profits being taken off. Solar Industries down in trade from the mid-cap basket. What else is down? You also have Motilal Oswal Financial Services, 3% down in trade. So that's also declining a tad bit. Apart from this, when we look at the movers on the railway pack, RVNL and IRFC is still up in trade, but some of them have also given up some gains there. IEX we've discussed, United Spirits we've discussed with all our viewers and our guests as well. Now, when we look at some of the other pockets, let's look at the top movers. HCL Tech, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, Wipro. 4 of the top 5 movers in the green on the Nifty are from the IT pack. Oil and natural gas, Bajaj Auto, SBI Life, Reliance Industries. In fact, Reliance Industries is at a 3-week high. You can see some momentum build up there. So RIL is doing well and supporting with its weight on the markets today. Shriram Finance down, Adani Ports, Adani Enterprises down, BEL Power Grid, top laggards in trade today. F&O movers, Oil India, BPCL, Biocon, the 2 stocks which are higher, HCL Tech, Hindustan Petroleum, those are the ones that are holding up in trade. IEX is down, United Spirits, BSE we've already discussed. These are the pockets that are down. When we talk about the sectors, it's oil and gas, that's the top moving sector today. It's IT, it's pharma, auto, realty, infra. These are the pockets that are still hovering higher. Gainers from the Nifty 500 basket, XRO tiles is up. You have names like these are the small ticket stocks, very, very minute stocks where you can actually avoid focus as well. But let's look at the stocks that are up. You have Landmark Cars that's up. You have Bliss GVS Pharma, VIP Industries. You have names like IndSwift Laboratories, Dhani Services, Wockhardt Pharma. You also have, these are some of the stocks that are actually holding up in the broadest index. What's down? Names like IEX, again, United Spirits again, Somani Ceramics, DCX Systems is down in trade. You also have names like Standard Glass Lining that's down. Apart from this, names like TVS Electronics is down, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, Tilak Nagar Industries, again from that liquor space, 4.5% down in trade. So that's how the market move has been. 330, 22 points higher. We've managed the 6th day of gains on the Nifty on the positive side, and at least the 4th day when 25,000 is with us on the Nifty as well. Leave you at that, viewers, but do stay tuned on to Business Today Television beyond the stock market hours too. News coverage continues from the world of business and finance. Stay tuned.
Bengaluru stampede that killed 11 is causing tremors within the Congress. Top sources in the party tell India Today that Rahul Gandhi is upset and was considering a cabinet reshuffle. Sources say that Home and Deputy Chief Minister portfolios were under review and BK Hariprasad and RV Deshpande are likely to be inducted. A high-level meet was held in Delhi, which was attended by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, KC Venugopal, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar. Shivakumar rejected reports of any cabinet reshuffle.
We have a detailed